Hello everyone, welcome to ACIO online class, and this video is about the new notification. So you can see that the IB, that's a Intelligence Bureau. The Intelligence Bureau has released the notification for the job and which is defined as a Assistant Central Intelligence Officer. So this comes under the Home Ministry department. So we will go through the details about this notification, who are eligible, who are not, how many posts are there, and many more things. So let's begin over here. The very first thing is about the Intelligence Bureau. Now when you are applying, so you are expected to know about what is Intelligence Bureau. Many of you must be knowing it is about the internal security, an agency which works for the internal security. So here the Intelligence Bureau of India is a primary internal intelligence agency responsible for gathering intelligent information within the country and the executing counter intelligence and the counter terrorism task. So the wordings are very clear, and as ACIO, so what is this? You will be foremost of the national security, right, and playing a crucial role in protecting the nation, national integrity and its sovereignty. And also this is more than a government job. Why? It's an commitment to the safety of the security of over a billion of people, right, my dear friends. So this is the job about the internal intelligence, and that too the counter terrorism and the counter intelligence and all. This job is about that. So I would like to take you about the key notes from the notification. So this important information before I go for the date of date, age and other. So this is a hiring body. Which body is the hiring body? So hiring body. The hiring body is IB, that is nothing but Intelligence Bureau, which comes under MHA, that is in other word Ministry of Home Affairs. And what is the total number of posts? The total number of posts in this category is 3,717. It is one of the biggest notifications released in the recent time. So it's a very high number when it comes to 3,717. Okay. Now what is the job classification? The job classification is your general central service. It comes under group C, and it is of a non-gazetted and non-ministerial job. Coming to the next point here, the service liability. What is the service liability you will have once you are got selected in it? Then okay. Now all India transfer liability. So you could be transferred anywhere in our country. So that is one point you have to keep it in mind, and the candidate must be willing to serve anywhere in India. So the job profile, the under which ministry you are working, what will be your liability, what is the number of posts is clear over here. Moving on to the next part here is some important date, and the date of examination is not declared here. The only thing is the window opening for applications and the closing date. These two dates are mentioned in the notification. So window is getting open on 19th of July 2025, right, and it will be closed on 10th of August 2025. So I request all the people who are eligible. Who are eligible? I am coming on that slide, don't worry for that. So don't wait and apply as at the earliest time. Moving on to the next one, as I said that the total is 3,717 votes, which is really jobs, which is really high posts, number of posts. So, here there is a categorization. Coming to the general category, that is 1537 posts are there. Coming to OBC, it is 946 posts are there. Coming to SC, it is 566 posts are there. Coming to ST, that is 442 posts are there. For economic weaker section, so that is 226 posts are there. Like that, you get the total over here, that is 3717 posts. So, this is the breakup of that. Coming to the next slide over here is who are eligible for this job. So, there is two plain criteria is there. One is the education qualification, the other one is age. The education qualification is simple: degree, graduation, irrespective of from which stream you are, whether you are BA or BSc or BTech or from any other stream. Look at this one, the essential one, that is graduate degree or its equivalent, and it is very clearly mentioned. It could be BA or BCom or BSc or BTech, irrespective of which branch. So, your graduation is required. Is there any percentage required? No, nothing is mentioned in the notification. That means simply you are graduate with any percentage. Coming to the next part here, the age limit. So, age will be counted as on 10th of August 2025, and that is the age 18 years to 27 years. So, if you are in between 18 years to 28 years as on 10th of August 2025, you are graduate, then you are eligible to apply for this post. Coming to the next part over here, the age relaxation, that is very common for all the government jobs. That is 5 years for SC, ST, 3 years for OBC, and the department candidate, those who are from that department, up to 40 years of age limit, and so on and so forth. The next part over here is what is the salary you will get if you are getting the job. If you are one among those 3717, then what is the benefit you are getting? That is, what is the salary you are getting. So, coming to the monetary part, the base starts with 44,900 to 1,42,400. That is, I am talking about base. Clearly, it is mentioned about pay scale level 7, and these are the base. And on the top of the basic pay, your basic pay, you are entitled for many allowances. So, what are those additional allowances apart from your basic pay? You will be getting the dearness allowance, DA. Now, at this point, it is around 55% of your basic is DA, 55%. So, you can keep counting on everything, then your salary will go somewhere in between 70,000 to 80,000 at initial stage. I repeat, at initial stage, your salary will go up to this, including all the allowances. So, as I said, that the basic are 44,900 to 1,42,400, but on top of that, you are getting all these allowance. The one is, I said, the dearness allowance, which is close to 55% at present, and you will be getting the house rent allowance, right, and you will also getting the transport allowance, and the special security allowance, that is also it is very specific in this particular job. It is not there for all the jobs, that is special security allowance. Now, coming to the next part over here, and it is also mentioned in the notification, that is 20% of your basic will be the special security allowance. Suppose if you are joining over here, I can see that 10% is 4,400 90. So your 20%. So double of it. So double of it, that's become that's 0 and 18 carry 1 and 8 and 1 9 and 8. So that is what the additional you are getting as an special security allowance. Okay, on top of that, you will be getting the cash compensation if you are working on holidays. On holidays, the government holidays, if you are working, then previously we used to call it as overtime working, but here it is talking about holidays. If you are working for some reason, then you will receive cash compensation performing duty on holidays, and that too the maximum of 30 days in a year. So these many advantages there apart from your basic salary. If I add up all this part, then your initial salary, as I said, will be somewhere in between 70,000 to 80,000 on the very first salary. That's where you start your career, and that too under the Ministry of Home Affairs. Okay. Now coming to this selection process, there is one of the important part. Now here there are three parts are there which you have to go through for final selection. So that is tier 1, which is an written examination, and that too of objective type. What will be there in this examination? Tier 1. So I have a slide where I will explain it in detail. Tier 2. So this is also an written examination which is in descriptive in nature. When you talk about descriptive in nature, you are talking about essay writing and other thing, the precise writing, and these things comes under, which is there for almost all the examination on the this day. Okay. Now coming to the next one is the tier 3 is nothing but interview. So there are three tiers are there. Tier 1 written examination which is objective, tier 2 written examination which is descriptive, and tier 3 and that is interview. Now let me inform you, you have total 3,717 vacancies are there. So all the people those who are graduate and falling under the age of 18 to 27 years as on 10th of August 2025, they are eligible to write the tier 1 examination, everyone. But coming to tier 2, so from tier 1 to tier 2, the number of people will be selected for tier 2 will be 10 times. Can you see that? 10 times the number of vacancies. So the number of vacancies are 3,770, but how many people will be taken to write the tier 2? So that will be 37,170 people will be taken for tier 2 examination from tier 1, right? And from tier 2 to interview, tier 3, how many people will be taken from tier 2 to tier 3? That is clearly mentioned in the notification, that is 5 times of the number of vacancies. As this is what the number of vacancies are there, this is 10 times, half of it, that is 5 times, will be called for interview. So hope this part is clear, the selection process. So now I will go for tier 1 written examinations, objective, what will be there over here. So here the tier 1 written examination objective, total 100 marks will be there, and the time allotted to answer the question is 1 hour. What are the sections you will get in this exam? So you can see that there are 5 sections are there. The one is general awareness. Now you will see that there are 2 things here it is mentioned. This is general awareness, and here it says the general study. So the 5th point, general study. What is the difference between these two? When you talk about the general study, So, all the things which is related to history, geography, science and technology, all the stuff comes under this. That is general study. But when you talk about general awareness, that is nothing but current affairs. So, here it talks about current affairs, here it talks about general study. As I said, in general study, history, geography, science, technology, etc. comes over here, and mostly they are of the stock GK, and this is what the current affairs. Now, here you have the general awareness, you will have 20 questions here, and quantitative aptitude. What will come under quantitative aptitude? Arithmetic and advanced maths. So, usually the people call arithmetic means the all the chapters like percentage, profit and loss, time and distance, time and work, ratio, proportion, simple interest, compound interest. So, this these chapters, the chapters like this, average, problem on ages, is comes under arithmetic. When I talk about the advanced maths, so we are talking about like trigonometry, geometry, algebra. So, it will have questions from both the sides, that arithmetic plus advanced maths, and the total number of questions will be 20 from this section. Okay. Coming to the numerical, analytical, logical and reasoning ability, that is nothing but what we generally call at a reasoning ability or logical ability. Okay. So, in which the blood relation, directions, puzzles, seating arrangement, all these things comes, that is what the reasoning is, and you will have 20 questions from there. So, we had the general awareness, that is called current affairs, 20 questions. We have the quantitative aptitude, 20 questions. We have the reasoning ability, 20 questions, that is 60. Now, the next part is the English language, which is very common for all these competitive examination, whichever job exams you are going to write, that is 20 questions will be there from this section. And finally, from general study, you will have another 20 questions. That means there are 5 sections are there, and each 5 sections have 20 questions each. Each section have 20 questions. So, the total you have 100 questions. You can see that the 100 marks is there. What does it indicates? One question carries 1 marks. Okay. Will there be any negative marks? So, yes, there will be a negative marks for wrong answer. So, if you are making any giving any wrong answer, then 1/4, you can see that 1/4 of the mark. That means, if 1 mark is allotted for right question, for wrong question you will have minus 0.25, 1/4 of 1. So, this is what your section is about tier 1, and this is nothing new. For all the job examinations, we know general awareness will be there, quantitative aptitude, reasoning ability, and if you are writing the RRB exams, SSC examinations, you also study the general study, right, my dear friends. So, let me move on to the next part over here. In the selection process, you have seen in tier 1, this is what the tier 1, 100 questions and 5 sections, each section has 20 questions. When it comes to tier 2, there will be 50 marks here. In tier 1 there are 100 marks, and here there are 50 marks, and the time allotted is 1 hour. What will be there in this section? In this section you will have essay writing, and the essay writing will be carrying 30 marks here. The next one is a English comprehension or precise writing, which carry 20 marks. So, 30 plus 20, the total 50. So, I hope you remember that from tier 1 to tier 2, how many people will be taken? 10 times of the vacancies. So, that means how many people will write tier 2? So, that is 3,700 and 37,170, that is 10 times of the vacancy. So, the top 37,170 people will be writing tier 2. And the third one, you have seen that is interview. And how many people will be taken from tier 2 to interview? 5 times of the vacancy, which is nothing but 3770 into 5, you can calculate it. So, those many people will be taken from tier 2 to interview, and the interview carries 100 marks, right my dear friends. So, here the candidate who cleared the tier 1 and tier 2 will be called for personal interview. What for? To assess their personality, communication skills and suitability for the job, and their intelligence level also. So, this is what the end of your selection process. So, tier 1, tier 2 and this is tier 3. So, how the whole selection will be taken place for 3717 people. What is that final selection process? So, the next slide indicates that the final selection is your score in tier 1 plus your score in tier 2 plus your score in interview. How many marks are there in tier 1? 100 is there. How many marks are there in tier 2? 50 marks, 30 for writing essay and 20 for comprehension. And how many marks are there for interview? 100 marks are there. So, whatever your score, suppose you are scoring X here, you are scoring Y here, you are scoring Z here. So, final selection will take place based on its sum. So, top 3717 people will be selected based on your cumulative score, score from all these 3 sections. Right, my dear friends. So, let us move on that how to apply. Other things we have already discussed it. So, it is very clearly given that visit the official website. So, here you can see that the official website is mentioned over here, that is www.mha Ministry of Home Affairs.gov.in. So, you have to visit over there, and then an NCS portal you will be getting. What is the next step you are going to do here? Locate the recruitment notification from that page. What the next you are going to do over here? So, while you are locating the this part, that means you have to find out IB, Intelligence Bureau, the ACIO grade 2 executive 2025. You have to look for this part 2025 recruitment. What is the next one? So, you need to go for the registration of it. So, once you will register, a unique ID and the password will be given to you, which you have to use for the future activities. And the fourth one is fill the application form. In the application form, whatever the detail, your name, father's name, your scores and all, you just have to fill it in. So, log in using your credentials, that is your ID and password, and fill the required education qualifications, your category, your address and so on and so forth. The next part is upload your document. So, here usually the document means in this case its photo, your passport size photo and your signature. Let me see what is written here. Upload scanned copy of your photograph and signature as per the prescribed format. So, where will you get the prescribed format? So, below this notifications you will find the entire notification which is issued by Government of India. So, you can download it and you can go for the prescribed format, that is what should be the size of your photo and signature and all. Now, coming to the next one, pay the application fees, and that is very common over here. So, I am not going into detail. And the seventh is submit and download. submit it and download the copy, or you take the print of it. So, for your preference, future reference, so it is necessary that please take the printout of it. Okay. So, that is all. The 7 steps are there. All these 7 steps, I just go side, you can see all these 7 steps are there, which is very clearly mentioned in the original notification. As I said, it is attached below this notification. The official notification is attached, you can download it. Now, coming to the next and the last part, that is application fees. So, while it is said that you have to pay the application fees over here, point number 6. So, the application fees, how much one has to pay? So, that is in case of male who are unreserved or economic weaker section or OBC, that is 650 rupees is the application fees. And for all the SC/ST, all female irrespective of their caste, and the ex-servicemen, for them the fee structure is 550, right my dear friends. So, this is what all about this particular notification, and if you want to know anything further, you can always access to us through our website. In the website we have the customer service or the student service number. You can call and can find out any other informations if you need, or any query if you have. With this, wishing you all the best to all of you, and thank you.